Hey guys, in this video we'll go over the RNG box sales, the Grandpa Cron's fishing rod, and the new packs on the Pearl store this week. The first thing we have are the 4 sets of RNG boxes that are being sold this week on the Pearl store. We have the Choose Your 2024 Fortune Pack that includes 2 of either 10 Intriguing or 5 Gleaming Adventure boxes. Another pack that contains either 4 Azure Dragon Pouch of Fortunes, 2 Dazzling Golden Boxes, or 4 Dazzling Adventure Bundles. Third, we have a pack that lets you choose 2 of 2 Resplendent Cronstone Bundles, 4 Rare Cronstone Bundles, and 8 Mystical Cronstone Bundles. Finally, we have the Blacksmith Shiny Box being sold this week for 10% off for a pack of 50. On top of that, you can still buy an infinite amount of the base Blacksmith Shiny Boxes for 470 pearls, and the previous 30 times packs for 10% off, which reset every Monday. Most of these RNG boxes lasts for 14 more days, so you have a lot of time to get them and wait for them to reset. Now this may all seem like a lot, but all we have to do is find out which RNG box out of their individual packs are the best, and then find out which pack is the best out of the new RNG boxes. First, we have the Choose Your 2024 Fortune 1 pack, which contains either 10 Intriguing Adventure boxes or 5 Gleaming Adventure boxes. You can choose either of these twice. According to PA, this box has a total value of 3,400 pearls and is 25% off at 2,550 pearls. However, whatever way PA values this pack and says what the discounts are don't really matter at all. All we need to know is the average amount of pearl value you can expect when you open each of these boxes, multiply that by the amount of boxes you get, and see the discount equivalents you'd be getting if you get the total average pearl value and spend the price of 2,550 pearls to get that. To get the average pearl value, all we have to do is get all the rates of getting each item, multiply that by the value of each item to get the contribution each chance of getting an item gives to the overall value of the box. Finally, we sum up all those contributions to get the average amount of pearls you can expect when you open all these RNG boxes. Of course, because it is RNG, you can always get more or less than the expected value. For the Intriguing and Gleaming Adventure boxes, we have already gotten all the rates and values, so we simply put them in a sheet to get the total value. As we can see, on average when you open one Gleaming Adventure box, you're expected to get 603.47 pearls. On the other hand, if you open an Intriguing Adventure box, you're expected to get 286.66 pearls. Now the reason why the box cost is 255 for the Gleaming Adventure box is because if we choose it twice, we get 10 boxes for 2,550 pearls in the pack. While if we choose the Intriguing Adventure boxes, we get 20 boxes, which is why the box cost is half at 127.5. Now the most important part is the discount equivalence, which normalizes the box value based on the box cost. As we can see, the discount equivalence for the Gleaming Adventure box is higher, so theoretically it is a better value. There is, however, a small caveat for this box. The Gleaming Adventure box has an Arctic Fox, which is 1,800 pearls, and the Intriguing Adventure box has a young Baphomet, which is technically 1,100 pearls. However, both pets are rare tier pets. If you already have a drop rate pet and would just use these pets to enhance, they technically would have the same value. That would reduce the value of the Arctic Fox to 1,100. Now if this is the case, the discount equivalence of the Gleaming Adventure box is still slightly higher, but they become a lot closer together, so for players who are gonna buy this pack, I would definitely just choose whichever one you prefer the contents of. That being said, we still need to compare it to the other RNG boxes packs to see which one is better. Now we move on to the next RNG box pack. Luckily, since we already know how to value RNG boxes, this part is a lot faster. As we can see, we have 3 boxes and their values already done. The Azure Dragon Pouch of Fortune has a total value of 1,731 pearls, a price of 675 per box, and a discount equivalence of 61%. The Dazzling Adventure Bundle, on the other hand, has a total value of 2,318 pearls on average, costs the same 675 pearls, but has a discount equivalence of 70.9%. Finally, the Dazzling Golden Box has a value of 5,231 pearls, a price of 1,350, and a discount equivalence of 74%. This box is definitely one of the better ones in the pack as it has a 74% discount equivalence, which is way higher than the other boxes. On top of that, the items are generally a lot more desirable than the other two RNG boxes. This is even higher than the previous pack's 58%, so unless you heavily prefer the items you can get in that pack, buying this pack and choosing the Dazzling Golden Box is definitely better. Finally, for the new packs this week, we have the Cron bundles. Now, Cron bundles functions a lot differently than the regular RNG bundles, since if they were at full price, they would have a 0% discount equivalence. This is why I said to ignore PA's values and discounts before, since at a glance, it would look like the Cron boxes are a lot better, since they are 40% off according to PA with a value of 5,460 pearl value and only being sold for 3,276 pearls. On top of that, they only contain crons, so they could be very good if this was the case. However, if we calculate their values ourselves, we can see that the Resplendent Cronstone bundle has a 40% discount equivalence, giving a 1,370 pearl value on average while being sold for 819 pearls. The Rare Cronstone bundle has a 46% discount equivalence, and the Mystical Cronstone bundle has a 45% discount equivalence. Even though the 40% discount equivalence is similar to what PA says on the Pearl store, it is much lower than the other pack's 74% discount equivalence, since PA does not take into account how much value the packs may give on average. They simply base other RNG boxes based on their price rather than the value they give, which is unlike the Cronstone bundles. Now that we've valued all three of these packs, here comes the big issue. The main problem is that the Blacksmith shiny box is still on the Pearl store. This has been one of the best RNG boxes in quite a while with a pretty good range of items. This RNG box on average has an 80% discount equivalence and an 82% discount equivalence if you buy it for 10% off. This makes it so that compared to almost every other box on the market right now, even the ones that are at a 25 to 40% off discount, it is still way better. For most people, if they buy this box, it is better to trade in your seals for the Blacksmith shiny boxes, as they on average would give you more pearls than the 30 seal trade-in. I'm honestly not sure why PA released these RNG boxes sales while the Blacksmith shiny boxes are still up, as almost every box is going to be worse than the Blacksmith shiny box. If we look at a list of all the boxes and their discount equivalences, almost none of them even come close. The way discounts work is that even a slight 5 to 10% is quite a lot in the grand scheme of things. The only box I would even say is remotely justifiable is going to be the Dazzling Golden Box. Even though you're going to be losing 2,300 pearl value comparably, since you're getting a 74% discount equivalence instead of 82%, the Dazzling Golden Box has a lot more crons on average compared to stacks and memory fragments of the Blacksmith shiny box. If you for some reason have no use for stacks or memory fragments, then this pack theoretically could be better. That being said, for 99% of people, the Blacksmith shiny box is still going to be a no-brainer and better to buy. In the end, I would recommend most people just get the Blacksmith shiny boxes if they are going to be buying any of the RNG boxes on sale for the next 2 weeks. If you are interested in buying those, we did a more in-depth comparison on that in the last week's Pearl store, and that video will be linked if you're interested in that. With all of the RNG boxes out of the way, we now have the Grandpa Cron's fishing rod. The Grandpa Cron's fishing rod can be bought with 1,000 A coins and it comes with a 1,000 pearl box. That's right, it can only be purchasable with A coins and not pearls. This event rod cannot be repaired, but does have a 2,000 durability. That being said, you can put a brandstone on it to extend its durability, but when the rod runs out of durability, you'll lose both the rod and the brandstone. What makes this rod pretty cool is that it gives you 100 mastery, the maximum auto fishing reduction time around 66%, and on top of that functions like the triple float fishing rod. What this means is that every time you fish up a fish, you have an 80% chance to get 1 fish, a 16% chance of getting 2 fishes, and a 4% chance to get 3 fishes. On average, every fish that you do, you should expect 1.24 fishes with this fishing rod, instead of the 1 fish on the other non-triple float fishing rods. Now, we have another video that goes more in-depth into how to optimize this fishing rod, so you can watch that video if you're interested in that. In general though, if you do optimize this rod completely, you can get up to 111,000 casts, and if you don't, it would be more close to 16,000 casts. That being said though, either way, you're getting a pretty decent amount of extra silver, and considering you get 1,000 extra pearls, it's not an awful deal. That being said, we do have a video coming up discussing whether this sets a bad precedence or not in the future, so watch out for that one. So far though, we're only looking at whether it's worth it to buy, and for most people, it's probably not bad. If you have extra money, you're only paying at maximum around 200 extra pearls for this rod, as you're losing the bonus pearls from higher denomination pearl boxes. Even if you assume this rod costs 1000 pearls, it's still not even that bad if you optimize it well. However, since we have other videos about this rod, we'll go on to the rest of the items. There are a ton of items being added in the Pearl store with Deadeye, like their main outfits and other additional outfits. Because these items don't come with a discount, we don't really have anything to say about them. If you like the looks of them, then go pick it up. The big deals after the RNG boxes and fishing rod is gonna be the character slot expansion coupon for 50% off. This may not seem like a lot, but if you have the pearls, these are usually pretty decent to pick up. After that, for novices, they have an extended pack for the Pearl Tent. This pack is definitely worse than the pre-release Deadeye pack, as it doesn't contain the extra coin or weight. It's however not an awful deal if you still need the tent, as newer players are still able to use the bonus items pretty efficiently, but it is also a pretty expensive pack. If you are a lower spending player, waiting for a tent sale by itself and value pack sales may be more efficient use for your pearls. But that's basically it for the highlighted packs. They are re-releasing the BD9 outfits and BD9 Plus on sale for 2 weeks. I honestly don't know if these are even limited outfits or not, as I didn't think that they would re-release them, but because they did, I assume they may come back in the future. Either way though, if you really like the look of them, they may not be a bad thing to pick up, but I wouldn't really sweat it. After that though, there aren't really anything that's that exciting in terms of value. If you want some of the items, the value is basically exactly as PA says on the Pearl store, so nothing really for me to add. Some of these aren't bad items, but the sales aren't so huge that I would have to point any of them out. So that's basically it for this week's rundown. We do have everything listed, but a lot of these packs were honestly just Cron packs with some bonus items. The most interesting packs were the RNG boxes and the Grandpa Cron's fishing rod, and we did go over those individually. PA is definitely less likely to give out too many nutty deals with the Blacksmith shiny box out right now and the double pearls, so there may be some pretty quiet weeks up ahead. That being said though, I hope you all learned something from this video, and I hope to see you all next time.